皆様、本日はお招きいただき、お話をさせていただく機会をいただき、感謝申し上げます。
Chairperson, distinguished delegates, and dear friends, thank you very much for your kind invitation to join you today. I feel honored to be given this opportunity to speak before you.
私は1940年8月9日、長崎で当時16歳の時、爆心地から 1.8km のところの自転車で走っていて、背後から列車がありました。4線路の列車と秒速300メートルの爆風によって自転車ものとも4メートル近く飛ばされ、道路に助けられました。
At age 16, on the morning of August 9th, 1945, I was delivering postal maize on bicycle at 1.8 kilometers north of what was to become the epicenter of the explosion of the atomic bomb. When the bomb exploded, I was burned from my back by the intense heat rays of some 4,000 degrees Celsius, and also was blown for about 4 meters, together with my bike, by the blast of 300 meters per second, and smashed onto the ground. After a while, I raised myself and found my entire left arm had been burnt, with a peeled skin hanging from the fingertip like a tattered rag. I reached for my back and felt something slimy and black stuck on my fingers. I had no bleeding from injuries, nor did I feel any pain. I wandered around like a sleepwalker and managed to reach a nearby factory set up in a hillside tunnel about 200 meters away. Inside, I asked a woman to cut off the peeled skin dangling from my arms. She tore a piece of cloth out of what was left of my shirt, put machine oil to it, and wiped my arms. Sometime later, we were told to evacuate somewhere else from the tunnel. I tried with all my strength, but I couldn't even get up, let alone walk. A man carried me on his back to the top of the mountain and laid me down under a tree. When it got dark, US aircraft flew over and attacked us with machine guns, as fires that broke out everywhere in the city were bright enough for them to spot the people. Some stray bullets hit the rock next to me and fell on the grass, and I was beside myself with fear. At night, there was that drizzling rain. I sucked the water dripping from the leaves and spent the night. When the morning came, I found all who were around me were already dead. Some people came for rescue, but they passed me by. Perhaps they believed that I too were dead, as I could not raise my voice to cry for help. I had to spend another night there, and in the morning of the third day, I was finally rescued. It was around that time that my wounds started to bleed heavily, and with it, gradually I started to feel the pain. In early September, I was taken into Nagasaki University Hospital, and in November, I was transferred to the Navy Hospital in the suburbs of Nagasaki. By that time, all emergency first aid stations were closed, but most hospitals in Nagasaki were still in ruins. With heavy burns all over my back, I could not move nor sit straight or lie on my back. Helplessly lying on my stomach in excruciating pain and agony, I was crying, "Kill me." No one believed that I would survive another day. Every morning, I would hear doctors and nurses whisper at my bedside saying, "He's still alive." I was hovering between life and death, but failed to perish and somehow was made to live. I have been in and out of the hospital many times since then. Around 1981, tumors started to develop on the keloid scars on my back, and they had to be removed by surgery. Since then, a rock-hard tumor was formed again and again and was removed, the cause of which even doctors were unable to explain. It might have been due to the effects of radiation. Miraculously, I was able to survive to this day. But with only 2 atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki on these 2 days, more than 200,000 people were burned to ashes almost instantly. More people continued to suffer bitterly and die during the ensuing period from the airborne diseases. Nuclear arms are weapons of the devil, which will not allow humans to live nor die as humans. The use of nuclear weapons is the worst crime against humanity. We, the Hibakusha, during the past 70 years since that day, continued to call at the top of our voice, appealing, prevent nuclear war and abolish nuclear weapons. No more Hibakusha. Don't repeat Hiroshima and Nagasaki anywhere in the world.
3年7ヶ月の闘病生活の間、1年9ヶ月、注射の状態で予備措置できなかったので、胸が床ずれで胸を下げて、いつまでも胸は今でも胸が指とようになり、肋骨の間から心臓が動いているのが見えます。私はこんな状態で今日まで生きてきました。
The picture was taken about half a year after the atomic bombing in January 1946. During 3 years and 7 months of hospitalization, I kept lying on my stomach for 1 year and 9 months. As I could not move an inch, my chest suffered severe bed sores, even to the bones. My chest now looks like it has been deeply scooped, and even today you can clearly see my heart beating against the skin between the ribs. I have managed to survive to this day, overcoming numerous crises and difficulties.
皆さん、この会議を核兵器全面禁止実現の確かな一歩にしましょう。未来に生きる者たちに青い地球を残すため、核兵器は一発も残してはなりません。核兵器廃絶の声を世界に広めましょう。
Friends, let us make this Peace and Planet Conference mark a firm step toward achieving a total ban on nuclear weapons. We must save our blue planet for our future generations. Even a single nuclear weapon should not be allowed to exist. Let us spread our call for the abolition of nuclear weapons all over the world.
No more Nagasaki. No more Hibakusha. No more war.
We thank you for being with us. We thank you for sharing your story with the world and for your leadership in nuclear abolition.